Hi, my name is Jay, and I'm a sales representative for Tarantin Industries, representing the Big Green Egg product line here in the Northeast. Today I'm here to talk to you a little bit about how to light the Big Green Egg. That's a question that comes up quite a bit out in the field, methods and different ways to light it. So what I'm going to do is take you through the way I like to light the egg. So here we go. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fill up my Big Green Egg with our Big Green Egg charcoal. I like to fill it up to the top of the firebox, and I do the same thing every time. I try to get to the same level, that way I'll get the same consistency with the cook. Then what I like to do next is I will take our all-natural charcoal starters here. Basically these are beeswax and compressed sawdust, so it's an all-natural product. I will take 2 of them, and I will just break them in half. Once I break them in half, I'm going to place them inside my egg right on top of the charcoal. So I'm going to go 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. And the reason I do that in 4 different spots like that is I want to get that egg lit as quickly as possible. The idea here is to light the egg in about 15 minutes, so I'm ready to cook it, whatever temperature I want to go to. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of our newer products that we have in the line, which is our extra long matches. I like these because these allow me to get down inside the egg to light it and not burn myself, so to speak. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to light one of our matches right here. Light's pretty easy. And we are going to light these starters in 4 different spots. So once we get them lit, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to close my egg. I make sure my top is not on the egg at this point. The reason for that, whether you're using our new regulator top or if you're using our older daisy wheel, is I want to leave that wide open to allow airflow to get inside the egg. The other thing I do too is I leave the bottom vent wide open. Once again, I want to let as much air in there as I possibly could. And we're going to let that go for probably about 8 to 10 minutes here. And what's going to happen is our temperature gauge is going to rise up pretty quickly. It's probably going to get up between the 400 or 500 degree mark, and that's kind of a little bit of a false reading because that initial heat is going to come from our actual starters. So what I do is once it gets up to that 400 or 500 degree mark, it's going to start to drop down into the 200 to 300 degree mark. I kind of leave everything and let it do its thing, let it go back down, and then let it rise back up. Now as you can see, we're up at the 550 degree mark. One of the key things I like to say when lighting the egg also is overshoot your desired temperature. It's a lot easier to get the egg to cool down as opposed to trying to get it hotter if it hasn't gotten hot enough to start with. So for example, if you're going to cook steaks at 500 degrees, let the egg get up to 600 when you light it. And then what we're going to do now is we're up at 550 to 600 degree mark, so I'm going to start to regulate my temperature a little bit. I'm going to add my cap to the top, and I'm going to close my screen down here. So what I'm going to do in this case, I'm going to cook some steaks up at 550, so I'm right about where I want to be. I'm just going to take a look on the inside, check out what I got, and make sure you burp your egg first. You don't get any flashbacks. And if you look inside, you'll see that's definitely ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my grate because I'm going to do a nice direct cook. And we are there. So there you go, folks. That's how you light your egg in approximately 15-16 minutes. So enjoy.